For the first time in years, the Chicago Bears enter draft season without panic hanging over every decision. A deep playoff push changed the tone around the franchise and shifted expectations. Chicago is drafting later than usual, and that alone signals progress. Recent projections point to a player who fits exactly where this roster still needs help. Florida defensive tackle Caleb Banks is mocked to Chicago, and the logic is hard to argue. The Bears have invested heavily in skill positions and the secondary, but dominance up front remains the final piece. The back end of the defense finished the season playing its best football. Even against elite quarterbacks in the postseason, coverage held strong and limited explosive plays. What stood out, though, was how much pressure still depended on scheme rather than consistent interior disruption. That gap is where Banks enters the conversation. Banks is built like a prototype interior defender. He carries rare size with the flexibility to line up across multiple spots along the defensive front. He can clog lanes, collapse pockets, and still chase plays laterally when needed. Offensive linemen feel him immediately after the snap, which is something the Bears' interior has lacked at times. His college path has not been perfectly smooth, but it has been revealing. After transferring schools, he carved out a meaningful role and flashed the kind of traits scouts look for when projecting growth. Explosiveness off the ball, powerful hands, and the ability to hold ground against double teams consistently show up on tape. Injuries slowed his momentum and limited his time on the field, creating understandable hesitation. At the same time, that pause is exactly why his value sits in this range. The tools never disappeared, and evaluators remain intrigued by what he could become in a stable system with professional development. This is the type of calculated swing the Bears front office has shown comfort making. The current defensive tackle room faces uncertainty, aging contracts, and potential turnover. Adding a player with Banks' upside provides insurance now and a possible cornerstone later. If medical evaluations clear, teams will view Banks as a rare blend of power and movement. His draft range depends on workouts and interviews, but the talent fits comfortably in the later portion of the opening round. Chicago is no longer chasing fixes. They are reinforcing strengths and targeting specific upgrades. Landing a high-ceiling interior presence without forcing the pick would reflect a team that finally knows who it is and where it is going.